Hi there, Mrs. Ehlke here. Today I am drawing with
Ella.
Ella. And how old are you, Ella?
7.5.
Yeah, she had to think about that for a little bit. 7.5. And Ella and I just celebrated Easter, where we celebrated Jesus rising from the dead and are so excited about that. But Ella was also excited about having an Easter basket, and she is excited to show you what was in her Easter basket this year, a little duckling. So when I asked Ella what she wanted to draw, of course, she said,
A duckling.
a duckling. You want to show her your picture? These are the pictures of the ducklings that Ella and I did. So if you would like to draw a duckling as well, please follow along and try it out. Notice our ducklings are a little different, but both adorable. So don't feel bad if yours is different than ours as well, because these are kind of cartoony. You can make them look however you would like. All right, let's get to the video. If you guys are liking these videos, make sure you subscribe down below and hit that like button, and then hopefully you'll be notified when we put more videos up on our channel. All right, thanks for watching, guys. So Ella and I are ready to paint this adorable duckling, or at least something inspired by this little duckling that Ella got for Easter. Right, Ella?
Yes.
Can you tell them what you named your duckling?
Pete.
Pete. This is Pete the duckling. So we're gonna put him off to the side here, and we're gonna get ready to make our own adorable duckling. All right. So we are gonna be working with marker, but if you'd rather draw with pencil in case you need to erase, you can do that as well. All right, we're gonna start off with 2 dots. These are gonna be the duck's eyes, and I want them to be a little bit above the halfway point and about maybe like the length of a finger apart. We want to keep them far enough apart so that our duck's not teeny tiny on the paper, but actually takes up the space. All right, so 2 little dots. I'm gonna put one right here, and I'm gonna put one right here. And if you want to leave a little bit of white inside of your dots, you can. Sometimes that kind of looks like little highlights in the eyes. So sometimes I'm gonna leave just a tiny bit of white showing in my eyes. Look how close yours are. Well, Ella will have a tiny duck and I will have a large duck, and that is okay. All right, or maybe you can make a whole little row of ducks, Ella. What do you think about that? No? All right. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in between the 2 eyes, and I'm just gonna make a little curved line like this, kind of like a rainbow line is what I call these. So it looks like it's a sad face right now, but don't worry, we're not making a sad face. And then I'm gonna take my lines and go out and add 2 hooks. Here's one hook, it's kind of like the letter J sideways. And here's the other hook that looks kind of like a sideways J. Good, and then I'm going to connect those 2 hooks in the middle, like so. Good. Then I'm going to add another little line that comes down and then goes right back up like that underneath that shape. That is the bottom of the duck's beak. Good. All right, next we're gonna make the head. And I'm gonna start off by just making a little dot where I want the top of the head to be. So I want it to start kind of right up here. And then I want the sides to be kind of over here outside of where the eyes are. And then I want the bottom to be kind of right below where the beak is. So sometimes making these little guidelines helps when I draw because it makes it more like a dot to dot. So now I'm gonna connect the dots with a line that starts on the top, and it's going to connect each of these to make a head, and then it might puff out just a little bit on the sides before coming back in on the bottom here. So puff out a little bit and then come back in like that. And the beauty of this is because these are kind of cartoon ducks, it doesn't matter if they're different, right? We each have our own artistic qualities, right, Ella? Right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and connect underneath so that the duck's head is completely full. Very cute. All right. Now we got to give the duck a body. Okay. So I'm going to put just a really short neck like this that goes down. Very short. Yep. And then I'm going to make a curve that's almost as big as what my head is. And it's going to be on the left side. It's like a big letter C. Nice. And then on the right side, instead of a curve like that, I'm going to start by going out, but then I'm going to go to a point like that. And now I'm going to connect these two with one long kind of curved line. Good. All right, now the duck needs a little wing, so I'm going to make a smaller curve on the inside like this, and then add kind of a couple little feather type lines right there. Yep. And then what else are we missing?
Feet.
Some feet, right? Now, if you wanted your duck to be swimming, you could just make a line right here and have it be water, and then you wouldn't need to draw the feet. So the duck would look like he's swimming in some water. But if you want the duck to be walking, you can add some feet. And this is how I add duck feet. I'm going to make two little lines to show where the legs are of the duck. And then I go out like this to show where the feet are going to start and stop on each side. And usually you want to make them kind of out like a fan because they're usually a little wider. Yep. And then I'm going to make a couple hooks like this. One, actually 3 hooks. 2, 3 for a duck foot. 1, 2, 3. For a duck foot, yep. And then you can draw whatever you want around the duck depending on where you want the duck to be going. I'm just gonna make a line to show like kind of where the ground would be behind the duck. All right, I'm gonna be done drawing and I'm gonna add some color to this little duckling. Now you could just go ahead and make your entire duck yellow and that would be fine. But I thought it might be fun to add a little bit of pink to my duck's cheeks, just to give it some little rosy cheeks. Ducklings are usually kind of a soft yellow, but I thought just since this is kind of more of a cartoony duck, I might give it some cute little rosy cheeks to go with it. And then I will color in some yellow for the duck. Sound like a plan, Ella?
Yep.
Yep. So one time, Ella, when I was teaching kindergarten, we had some eggs in our classroom that we hatched, and most classes, like to do baby chicks, and we did. We had some chicks, but we also had some duck eggs. And so in the springtime, we had 2 baby ducks that hatched in our classroom, and they were so adorable watching them waddle around on the classroom floor. When all the kids would go home, the teacher and I, when I was student teaching, we would let the ducks loose in the classroom and they would just run and waddle all over the place. They were so adorable. You probably would have liked to see that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The chicks were adorable too. All baby animals are cute, aren't they?
Yes.
Can you think of a baby animal that isn't cute?
A badger?
A badger. Yeah, badgers aren't very cute animals in general, are they? All right, well, Ella and I are going to color our ducks and we will show you how they look when we are finished. So as you can see, Ella and I have been working on coloring in our ducks. Some things that you can do to make them a little bit fancier are add maybe a little bit of a darker yellow outline inside of your coloring. That can kind of make it kind of pop forward a little bit. I also added a little bit of darker orange, like to the bottom of my beak here. Like I said, again, rosy cheeks. And then if you want to, you can add kind of a little bit of a shadow underneath your duck. I was just going in and adding a little bit of darker orange around my feet too, so that those stood out a little bit more. You can see that Ella's getting fancier with her background. She's added a little pond to the right, some grass behind her duck, a sun in the sky, and now she's adding some nice spring flowers popping up behind her duck as well. So there's a lot of fun things that you can add to these. Feel free to let those creative juices flow, guys. Thank you so much for watching and drawing with us today. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and please check out Ehlke Art, our channel, for more fun drawing ideas. All right.